Greetings, sports fans, and welcome back to another Breath of Fresh Air Shorty with your host, Charles Taylor. I am here for this one to talk about franchise tags. Of course, Washington Redskins quarterback Kirk Cousins and Pittsburgh Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell were two of the big names that were franchise tagged by their respective franchises, but no deal was done before the deadline of July 17th. So they will go in and play on the franchise tag. I'm just here to say one thing. Franchise tags, they're not bad. It's not a newsflash. It's not bad. I know people will say, well, they didn't sign a long-term deal. They don't have the long-term security. They're under franchise tag. They're fine. Kirk Cousins is making $24 million on his franchise tag. He's fine. Le'Veon Bell, he's got a franchise tag for $12.1 million, which is way beyond the highest paid running back, which is Buffalo Bills back LaShawn McCoy on $8 million. Le'Veon Bell's at $12.1 million. He's fine. They are fine. And honestly, if they really want this long-term security, they just need to prove themselves a little bit more. Apparently, now if you're Kirk Cousins, you have to go and prove you can make some plays and step up in the big moments. He hasn't come through in the big moments for the Redskins. I'm pretty sure there would have been a long-term deal done if he had shown he could come through in the big moments. I'll name a couple right off the top of my head. On Monday night game, I think it was week 15, they played the Carolina Panthers. Had everything out in front of them. All the Redskins had to do was take care of their business if they were going to be in prime position for a playoff spot. Kirk Cousins laid an egg in that game. And then on the last game of the season, he had a chance to lead the Redskins to essentially a playoff spot. Now, there were some scenarios where the Redskins might not have been able to make the playoffs if they would have beat the Giants or New York Giants on that game. But basically, it came down to the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions having to tie in order for the Redskins not to make it. Had they had taken care of their business against a New York Giants team that had nothing to play for because they were pretty much set in their spot for the NFC playoff picture. Kirk Cousins laid an egg in that game too. So, look, he's fine, right? He played on a franchise tag that was $20 million this past season, and he's going to be on a $24 million franchise tag this year. In excess $44 million on franchise tags. Kirk Cousins is fine. And if he wants the long-term security or whatever has to happen, then play better in the bigger moments. Just that simple. Le'Veon Bell, you have your franchise tag. You need to prove you can stay healthy and stay off suspensions. He has been either suspended or injured in big parts of the season. I've read an article in the Sporting News that said that he has been pretty much unavailable for a quarter of the time that he's been in the league. So show some durability, show some discipline, and don't get in trouble off the field, and maybe you'll get that long-term deal. So the only difference with these two situations are the franchises they play for. We know Kirk Cousins plays for the Washington Redskins, which is a bucket of buffoonery, to be honest. They have botched signings and draft picks, all kinds of stuff over the course of the last couple of decades. Shoot, the president, Bruce Allen, he can't even get the quarterback's name right. He called him Kurt, not Kirk, Kurt 5 times. So that shows you what type of sideshow is being ran in the Redskins front office. The Pittsburgh Steelers front office, pretty well ran when you think about things. And in most cases, they'll take care of their players. I'm pretty sure they want to get a long-term deal done with Le'Veon Bell. And I'm still confident it will probably get done. But if he goes in on a franchise tag, he's fine. Le'Veon Bell's fine. Kirk Cousins is fine too. So again, to top things off, the franchise tag, not a bad thing. I promise. I wish I could play for $24 million a year on a franchise tag. I'd be set for life. Well, that's the breath of fresh air I'm bringing to the table today. Make sure you check this webcast out on YouTube, Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'll post it on all these fronts. Until next time, just let me know what you think about this. show some feedback, throw some feedback at me. And whether you agree or disagree, it's all welcome. I'll be back with another one later on in the week. Until then, take care.